How to take care of mounted orchids. Care when attaching orchids to wood. Physical characteristics of the wood. Has a lot of wood that is not good for orchids. Ideal watering frequency. Fertilization on logs is a little different than on a pot. What makes an orchid adapt better on a trunk. And to finish, I'll talk a little bit about cultivation in general. If you're new in the channel and you're already enjoying this theme, hit the subscribe button, leave a like and share. Growing orchids on branches, trunks or pieces of wood imitates a little of the conditions they have in nature. However, there are some variables such as humidity, temperature, type of wood, species of orchid which can make it more or less adapted to the wood. It also makes cultivation, especially watering, easier to do. It is a good ally for those who exceed a little when watering. The orchid must be well tied and with long-lasting threads. Always choose hardwood, free of paints, toxins, or any kind of treatment. The more natural, the better. Due to the fact that the roots are more uncovered with little moisture retention, it requires a greater frequency in watering. It may be necessary to water it every day. It is almost as if we are watering a vanda without substrate. The type of wood used can help maintain a little more moisture. The more rough and porous, the greater the retention, as well as the amount of moss used when fixing the orchid will directly reflect on the frequency of watering. To be more correct, it is more prudent to say that the frequency for watering varies, which may be more or less than once a day. It is also worth remembering that the more porous or rough the wood, the shorter its duration. However, it has the advantage of helping to better stick the roots to the surface of the wood as it grows. Smooth woods are not very advisable. In this case, it is recommended to make grooves in the wood to help the roots fix. As for fertilization, I always like to water all the orchids before fertilizing. I have to tell you, I always do it this way and see a much better result than when long ago I used to fertilizing without watering. I believe that the orchid makes better use when fertilized in this way, as well as it is not possible to completely disregard possible burns on more sensitive parts of the orchid and the need to use more fertilizer. Using sprayer and not running water to water mounted orchids, I fertilize once a week as I do with the orchids in pots. In my opinion, growing orchids in wood is much easier than in pots, which ends up being a good option for beginners or for those who don't get along with watering. Since in this type of cultivation, orchids need to be watered more frequently, it ends up not being very suitable for people who constantly need to be away for a longer period of time. If you liked this video and want to receive more videos like this, leave your like and subscribe to the channel.